decades, there has been a strong faith component to the overall contribution of Loma Linda University, served by a dedicated faculty of specialists in areas such as ethics, theology, clinical ministry, history, psychology, and biblical studies. Through the 90s and much of the first decade of the 21st century, this body of specialists was called the Faculty of Religion, whose primary mission was integrating matters of faith and religion into every curriculum on the Loma Linda campus. Since July of 2007, this group has been called the School of Religion. Hello, I'm John Pauline, Dean of the School of Religion at Loma Linda University. It has been suggested that since the School of Religion is so new, we could take a pass at the challenge of demonstrating our commitment to assessment, since we're just beginning to establish the programs and structures we'd be needing to assess. But I've chosen to do this presentation because I believe that the School of Religion has inherited a strong tradition of assessment from the Faculty of Religion, even though we may not always have been conscious of the term. Thanks to the vision of previous deans, it has become a tradition for all full-time religion faculty to meet every week for 2 hours to share lunch and ideas. Once a month, the meeting is open to all adjunct and contract faculty as well, and involves the sharing of faculty research. The average meeting is attended by roughly 70% of all full-time faculty and more than 90% of all faculty who are on or near campus on the day of the meeting. Discussion is frank, vigorous, and makes frequent reference to quantitative and qualitative data. As issues arise in classes, committees, or with policies and structures, these issues are brought to the whole faculty. Sometimes a smaller committee is delegated to work on the issue, but all major decisions are made by the School of Religion faculty as a whole. Decisions are then implemented in classes, committees, and structures. Feedback returns to future faculty meetings and assessment is made whether previous actions have fulfilled their intention. All of this happens in an atmosphere of collegiality with a desire to enhance the mission of the university and the effectiveness of the school, its courses, and its programs. There are two main areas of focus at the School of Religion. First of all, there are several graduate programs in religion that we are working hard to develop and grow. But our major priority involves the courses that we teach as part of the other schools' curricula. In the past, these courses have been assessed as part of the accreditation of other schools. But now, we would like to be more intentional about the outcomes of all religion classes and make sure that we are, in fact, attaining these outcomes. The weekly faculty meeting will continue to be a powerful form of assessment as we implement more formal approaches as well. Let me share a couple of examples of how the School of Religion faculty have closed the assessment loop in informal but effective ways. I'll need to be brief, but more detail is available in the case studies. For more than 50 years, the motto of Loma Linda University has been to make man whole. We've struggled to understand just what wholeness is and how to encourage it in faculty, staff, and students. But after years of research and data collection, Dr. Carla Gober has now developed the Wholeness Portal, an internet-based tool for everyone at Loma Linda to maintain and develop wholeness.
The Wholeness Portal is a website developed for people to learn about and track their own wholeness. There are several sections of the portal, but I just want to talk about two. One is the information section, where people can learn about relationship issues, addictions, and their spiritual lives, all the way to how to give whole person care to patients. So it's used both for their personal lives and their professional lives. But one of the favorite sections of the portal is on My Journey. This is the interactive section of the portal, and on this section they can set goals. They can do assessments on themselves and store those assessments like personality tests. They can use interactive tools. They can also journal about their lives or their careers. They can set a mission statement and go back and look at their mission statement later. There are all kinds of things they can do on the portal, and it was originally designed for students, but it has now spread to being used not only in classes and for personal assessment, but also for other people, faculty, staff on this campus, and also globally. In the last 2 months, approximately 1,400 have used the portal in 34 different countries. So we're excited about that.
Thank you, Carla. One more example before I conclude. A couple of years ago, internal and external pressure arose to revisit the religion curriculum for the School of Medicine, which had been in place for about 20 years. At first, faculty were resistant to the idea, not seeing how change could bring improvement. But as data accumulated, a working group was assigned to consider changes. At first, there was resistance within the working group, but in time, that changed to creativity. The working group brought the faculty a proposal that far transcended their original mandate. In fact, they decided to set up 5 student learning outcomes that would be addressed in every religion class. The faculty repeatedly reviewed and then approved the proposal. And this was not a response to a mandate from accreditation. It was driven by feedback and a developing realization that religion is central to Loma Linda's mission as a whole. That meant we had to create a feedback loop because our mission demanded it. So there is a quick look at the culture of assessment in the School of Religion. Both the Wholeness Portal and the 5 religion learning outcomes are new developments, and we're laying plans for continuous quality improvement, not because we have to, but because it is part of our culture to do so. After the last 4 years, our continuous quality assessment has resulted in nearly 40 new initiatives, which you can see listed in our self-study documents. Thank you for encouraging us further in these things by your visit.